The NYPD arresting a man accused of at least 2 stabbings on the subway last week. Jamar Banks facing assault and weapons possession charges after he was accused of stabbing an MTA employee Thursday and another man on New Year's Day. We're now learning the suspect has been arrested, drum roll please, 87 times. Joining us now is the founder of the Guardian Angels, Curtis Sliwa. Curtis, you've been in the subways, you tell me, since 1979. Now you and your team are back there. What brought you back there? Cases like that?
It's never been worse, Brian. And we have a combination where when you descend into the subway, it's a combination of Dante's Inferno, Clockwork Orange, and Jack Nicholson in The Shining. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This guy you're talking about, 87 priors, not hard to find.
Living in the subway.
He lives on 2 lines. He only is a creature of habit, rides the 2 and the 5 train with a knife in his hand. The cops lock him up. D.A. Bragg, you know his name, cuts him loose time and time again. He's a threat to everybody in that subway system. Then they put out an all-points bulletin. This man is extremely dangerous. Well, let me tell you something. Everyone is in danger on the subway. Look at that woman who was turned into a human torch.
From New Jersey.
Debrina Kawam, cheerleader, all-American girl, the Jersey girl. See, when I'm dealing with the homeless and emotionally disturbed, which is what we Guardian Angels do because they're the forgotten people, they're Americans. And migrants, they put up in hotels. Americans, they allow to sit in their squalor and ride round and round. We don't help them. And when we talk to them, we find out they're people just like you and me who just had a hard time, and now they're forced to live on the subway. And our officials, our governor and our mayor, do nothing.
But not only that, they are bragging. The governor has cut a video showing how great it is on the subway, bragging that we have cameras in every subway. Good. Now we can video the assaults as they happen, and the attacks
and then
as they take place.
Right, and then do nothing.
So the NYPD can't staff an academy like they used to.
Right.
So because not enough, we don't have enough cops on the subway. It's all related to the fact they're not backed up by the mayor, by the and the governor, because there's no qualified immunity. You're going to get sued if you put your hands on anyone. There's cameras everywhere trying to get you.
Brian, imagine you're a cop, toughest job in America in New York City, because you can't do anything, and you find out instead of putting $1 billion back into your budget, which they took out when de Blasio was the mayor, and they were dancing the whore and the tarantella, they gave $5 billion to illegal aliens. $5 billion. And they gave nothing to the cops. So imagine you're a cop. Do you want to stay in New York City? You're being recruited from all over the country where they're offering you a much better pay scale. They treat you better and they let you be a cop. We have flight, not just of people in New York City and New York State, but desperately needed cops. Put the cops back in the subway. You won't need Guardian Angels. And stop fare evasion. Because if you just let people come and go into the subway, you're going to have more of these problems.
Just let me full circle. Congestion pricing, first time in America. By going into the middle of a city, you get charged $9. You go back and forth. That's pay coming out of your pocket. They want to force people into the subways to get them off the streets. And that's where the crime is happening, which they can't curtail.
Yeah, well, give everybody who goes into the subway a bulletproof vest and have them, an individual police officer, like Eric Adams, the mayor, has 12 with him, armed cops, like Kathy Hochul has 12 state superintendents. These politicians are delusional. They'll tell you, Brian, it's your perception of crime. Perception. What a, boom, slap in the face to everybody who's got to take the subway and pay their taxes.
So he's back in the subways. He's been there on and off when needed since 1979. Says it's worse than ever before. That's a permissive DA backed up by George Soros, who was just given a Medal of Freedom award over the weekend. Thanks so much, Curtis. Great to see you. It was on WABC.
My pleasure. Bye.
Right.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.